about to go grab some clothes, switch it out, and then gym bound. I'll be on the verge of hitting the gym, getting a daily, not a daily, but an early session today, rather than a late night session. I seem to enjoy my gym sessions a lot more when it's not ultra late because I still have energy. And I suppose if I actually worked out late night, like once I got rolling, if I started with cardio, I'd be good. But uh, I don't play around when it's during the day, mainly because A, I got energy, and then B, there's people. But I'm not a big fan of when it's packed. I actually like midday midday, right? So if I can go before 5 for a fact, if I can get there between 1 to 3, before 3, if I can get there between 1 to 2, 11 to 2, that's a good time to go. And then if I were to go late, if I were to go late, anywhere from like 9 to 11, things are a little slower. In terms of me utilizing the energy that's in the environment as well, because environment matters, right? So you have people in the gym working out, and all that shit is like osmosis, man. It's contagious, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got a whole bunch of people working hard as fuck, and you can't ignore it. At least I can't. I can't. Especially when I go to Crunch Fitness, bruh. Every time I go to Crunch, my workouts are way better than when I go to other gyms, and I could only imagine how much better they would get if I was in like an even more elite gym. And when I say elite, I'm talking about people that actually are more serious versus a Planet Fitness or some shit like that. Like if I were to go to a Planet Fitness, it's not the energy is not there. And then also Crunch has a really good playlist for music. They have a really good yeah, I fuck with the playlist. Which is straight. I still have my headphones on for the most part, but if I'd be okay if I left my headphones one day. I wouldn't mind. And today, I'm literally just gonna create a live video of my day from this perspective, and I'm gonna keep doing that. You know what I'm saying? I actually fell off of that for a little bit because stupid reasons. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times you get into not giving a fuck, or at least me, I got into not giving a fuck, and then I got into practicality. I got to looking at some of my videos, and I said, man, damn, this shit is not what's up. And really, what stopped me is the comments people say about the internet can't be deleted. Like once it's on the internet, it's on the internet. And I knew that a lot of what I did wasn't really cool, right? It was never really, um, it's not detrimental to the point like if a girl was to fucking do some thought shit and then have a family and shit like that, or she's looking for a future husband. But it definitely it doesn't play to my benefit when it comes to the current moment if I'm trying to date, right? Because if I looked at it like this, like if any other girls that I was looking, you know, to fuck with, seen any of these videos, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't help. You know what I'm saying? Or at least that's my perspective. I really think that it wouldn't help as of now. I think that a lot of the social media shit is only beneficial for you in the dating market when you have clout. So I thought about that, and I'd only, initially even on Instagram, I didn't give out my Instagram because what I had on Instagram was stuff like this. It was just content that was me being me, not necessarily not having any crazy background or anything like that. Like trying to set the environment up for a viewer. Like I never really cared for that. I just documented and whatever it came from it. But I then archived a lot of my images and videos on Instagram, and I started to only put videos would that are cool in a sense, or that show some type of activity that I actually do shit. And um, I found that when a girl would ask for my IG, I would give it to her without hesitation because I knew that she wasn't gonna see some corny shit. You know what I'm saying? She was gonna see something with me involved in a lifestyle or something that she'd be in her mind thinking, oh, I could be a part of that, and that would just help me in the courting process. That would just help me. That would help my case in ultimately trying to smash. Uh, and then with YouTube, I still have a lot of the videos, but I stopped releasing them. And I realized, something Alex Hormozy had said. He's like pretty much that I enjoyed. Like he looked back at what he looked back at some of the best days that he's had, and he asked himself, "Well, what exactly did I do on those days? What did I do?" I may be wording it wrong, but I know for the most part, he was saying that anytime that I go to the gym, it was a good day. So he does more of that. And then he also said, anytime he writes. So those two things are things that he would double down on, and he would just do it with good people like fucks with. So I have to implement that more, and I realize it's the same for me when it comes to working out. I would say that if I were to find a gym bro, that shit would be even. I think it would hold me accountable even more. But I could also say that anytime that I go to the gym, my day is great. Even my next day is great. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit carries on, and I really enjoy that shit. I really do. So overall, man, I'm gonna keep pushing. I trust that if you're listening, you're gonna keep pushing as well. Just remember this shit is nonstop. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's actually. I say this often, but I want you to remember this shit. Nobody's coming to save you, dog. You know what I'm saying? It's absolutely up to you to make something happen. It's absolutely up to you to make something happen, man, and make it happen quick. And make sure that you're okay with your life results. Make sure that you're okay with your day-to-day living. This, and by the way, this right here, if you are trying to get in the habit of drinking water, I strongly recommend you buy one of these. This has been the most water I've ever drank consistently. One of these because it has both the best. All you have to do is put ice, and then you have a decent temperatured ice. You have a decent temperatured water throughout the day. Versus for me, I used to have a gallon of water usually available, but I uh I would have to have my own cup of ice, and then when I had a cup of ice, it would melt, so I would drink right there. And if I wanted to drink water in the next 2 hours, that ice was already melted. It wasn't like this. This right here, I put ice last night, and it's still rolling. But I think now I'm drinking ice, to be honest, because I don't think I filled it up yesterday. I just put ice. I think fine. But yeah, you guys are gonna see from a different perspective what is it that I see, especially when I come across when I go to accidents. That's gonna be interesting. You guys are gonna get to see a different point of view, um, the different type of scenes that I'm at. And I'll be honest, even though they're not as crazy, as when I was in Orlando. Here in Melbourne, they're not as crazy. But once in a while, they come back. Yeah, they happen. They happen. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be good content. It's gonna be good content for sure. And I'll make shorts out of them and just start growing my platform. And as I'm doing it, I'll keep developing myself and ultimately provide value in whatever way I can. So I have skill sets, I have knowledge in some stuff, but even broadly speaking, me reading more, I've been reading a little more than I have in the past. So that shit will be something to just have things to talk about, right? So like in my mind, like right now, if I was to read, I'm just distracted right now because this fucking stream is bumpy as fuck. Like super bumpy. It's pissing me off. But right here, I'm at storage unit. I'm about to change some clothes because I have my clothes with me. I'm about to change it real quick. Make sure that I put my dirty clothes in my laundry bag, and then put some fresh clothes, fresh socks, fresh everything. So that when I hit up the gym, I probably have one more set of clothes that I could have swapped out. But I know I have to wash clothes anyway. It's time to wash clothes anyway, so let me use my both hands. I'll get another video started once I finish this. Actually, I might be able to get away with it. One thing that I learned that the gym has taught me so far is patience. I actually operate slower when either I leave the gym or just by going to it consistently, I operate slower. And I love that shit. You know what I'm saying? I noticed that I usually rush. I'm usually rushing shit. But for some reason, when I go to the gym, there's not. Like, I like when I walk super slow leaving the gym. That tells me that I really put in that fucking work. Yesterday was one of those days, man. In fact, for the next week, I gotta slow down on the bag. My hands are starting to get swole. And really, I don't mind the swollenness, but my pinky on the left hand, I'm just gonna give it time to rest a little bit. It doesn't even hurt or anything. I just don't want it to become a problem. Preventative maintenance type shit. Alright, use the light. I'll get back on in a minute.